is Lee Allen, the Head of Regional Recruitment at University of Bedfordshire, myself Bashir Ahmed from BWBS Education Consultants UK, Chief Operating Officer. So we're going to show you the campus facilities and student life here, and we're going to talk about different aspects of admissions and finish up with the Q&A session at the end. So I hand it over to Lee to move forward.
Hello everybody, welcome to the University of Bedfordshire and welcome to the home of career-powered education in the UK. So the University of Bedfordshire and career-powered education is about developing your skills, building your career for the future. So we're going to give you a whistle-stop tour of the university. We're here live in University Square now, and this is the main entrance and the main hub of the university. So if you follow me, and we'll take you through the university and we'll tell you all about the campus. Here at the main campus, we have our main restaurant area, which is just over here. And then we have our student union hub, which is based here as well. The University of Bedfordshire is also about having fun. Building your career, building your success, but doing it in such a way that you enjoy university life. And we feel that is most important for a student. And we are a top 16 university in the UK for affordable study. So it's not just about coming to the university, studying hard, it's also about having fun, and it's then also about doing this in a way where you can afford your time here, because that reduces your stress, therefore you'll study hard. The main university area, we have our Careers and Employability Service, and we work with over 4,000 companies, locally, nationally and internationally. Well, we use a system called Handshake, and Handshake is there to help you find part-time work, also helping you with graduate route as well. This is also the main hub for the Bed Student Union, and the Student Union we have multiple areas around your course, around things that you might be interested in, and around sport as well. We're also a university that does research. So these are just some of our research areas which are available to students as well. And we also run an MRes as well as a PhD program. Now just to show you some of the areas of the university where you have access to. As a university we have our own radio station, Radio Lab. Radio Lab has 10,000 listeners per week. And any student can be on the radio, any student who's interested in music or being involved. You don't have to be a media student to be involved with Radio Lab. This is also the main area for Treehouse. So this is a multi-faith centre, and out here you can just relax and have your lunch, but you can also go inside and conduct your prayers, for example. So this is the postgraduate centre here at the university. This is where all of our postgraduate study takes place. This is a 4-story building. Again, as you can see, it's in the heart of everything that happens here at the university. We also have bedrooms straight onto the campus. The Luton campus is a town centre campus, so we're in the heart of everything that happens around the town. So we'll take you on a walk now as we head round to some of our other buildings, and we'll show you how easy it is to move through the university. We've chosen a good day today, the sun
It's a sunny day.
So this is the main entrance to our postgraduate centre, and this is where all of our master's students will be doing their studies.
This is where they enter from, right?
That's correct. This is the
That's
main entrance.
that's the main entrance.
Something you may not know, universities in the UK were traditionally based next to the local church. So when you go back to the forming of the first universities, that's where the links were. They were always linked to religion. And as you can see there, there is St Mary's Church, which is the main church of Luton. And you have that's the top of the town centre. You're right next to the church. So this is a traditional type of campus, and this is a real campus. This is not an office block, this is campus life from postgraduate study, accommodation, the main university area. And this is replicated again in Bedford at our Bedford campus as well. And and the Luton Point is the main shopping area. It's again 10 minute walk from the campus to the main shopping area, but we're also only an 8-minute walk to our main train station. And from the main train station, you are then 22 minutes on the fast train from Luton to London. So our location is unique for Bedfordshire. We're going to take a walk down the corridor.
Yeah, no sound come.
Where we have lots of building work taking place. We currently have 15 building projects taking place over the summer, ready for September. The building just there, this whole building, that's our library. So that's just over there.
The library.
So that's the library. So that's a 7-storey library. And as you can see, we have the link pathways all the way into the campus as well. So everything at Bedfordshire is in and around the main campus. Drive on the main road outside the campus. And we're about to walk into our STEM building here. So this is science, technology, engineering and math. So hopefully you can hear me.
Everyone has said beautiful campus. Yes, it is indeed. It's a beautiful campus.
So we're now going into the main entrance of our science building. So this is STEM building, science, technology, engineering and math. And as you can see, we are the home of career powered education in the UK. And offer here at the University of Bedfordshire. And university studies should be around developing your skills for the future. And this is embedded into everything we do here at the university. We're going to start in engineering.
So we're now in the engineering building.
So this is the engineering science building. So these are our engineering labs.
Wow. This is beautiful.
So these are the main engineering labs. In here we do everything from mechanical engineering, automotive engineering, we have wind tunnels, we have 3D printing, everything is based in this area.
Lee, are we allowed to take some videos from outside? Is it okay?
We're going in.
We're going in.
All right. Look, wow.
So this is the engineering area. This is a wind tunnel that we're using with our automotive engineering. At the moment we're using Formula racing cars. So you've got an example there of a McLaren. And the team are working on aerodynamics, for example. So this is the type of thing that we're working on. We have our own Dalek. So students will be working on that using robotics. And their challenge with that is to make Dalek move using electronic vehicles, electronic engineering, for example. The labs extend through the back where we actually have the workshops where students will use millinery, they will use all of the high-tech equipment as well. But then we have the traditional stuff going on in the background here as well. So part of automotive engineering, you can see here they're working on steering systems, working on various engine parts. We work with an organisation called 10 Tools as well. So our industry links run through everything that we do at the university. 10 Tools is a global manufacturer of engineering tooling and mechanical tooling, and we work with 10 Tools. They come in, they talk to the students as well. In here we also work with robotics. We have various robotic dogs, AI systems that we're working on. We're working on hands, so this is a robotic hand that we're using. And then we use a lot of 3D printers, so we actually have 4 3D printers in this office alone. and students will use the 3D printers as part of their projects, but also looking at how we can do things differently in the sector in the future. The use of the 3D printers, the students here have been building an example of a chassis for racing, for example.
Wow.
So this is where they've used the 3D printer to develop the information they need, but they also do some fun stuff. We've been designing rockets, and the students have even been designing what we call fidget toys in the UK, which are there as another way for students to use a 3D printer.
3D printers, they print this type of toys. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 3D print.
That's right.
It's amazing. Beautiful setup. Student will have how can I say, the real experience of all kind of sophisticated machineries.
Yeah.
Very few universities offering this type of facilities.
Exactly. So again, this is a smaller setup, but they've been here using 3D type systems to build cogs, machine parts for engines, for example.
Wow.
So this is all about the real life experiences that students are using all the time.
Yeah.
We're going to take you up to one floor, and we have the famous stairwell. You'll see in a second, it's quite an impressive piece of kit. We take you up now to computing, and we're going to show you one of our big computing rooms, as well as our cyber security suite that's just been finished off at the moment. So we have various pieces of building work going on at the moment. As I said, we have 15 builds on campus at the moment. So you will see there's lots of builders coming around at the moment. This is all being ready and prepared as we come into September. The area behind us over there, we're going to be working with the NHS, and there'll be a lot of imaging labs coming onto campus as well very shortly as part of the partnership with them. But let me take you up one floor, and we're going to go and show you computing.
Sure.
This is a standard classroom for computing. So this is where we would do some of our computer science courses, for example. Individual screens, and then we have the teaching area as well.
Huge lab. Development, I can see that every day, still is that keep going on.
So this is the latest development. This is a £1 million project. And here, by chance, is the lecturer who's going to talk to you about cyber security.
Hi, how are you? Who am I speaking to?
So we're live at the moment. This is BWBS. We're live to all their students across the globe.
That's lovely.
So we're talking to students in India and Africa at the moment.
That's nice.
I was just saying about our use of cyber security. Yeah, you've got Kindles, even better. And if I give you that, you can explain about everything we're doing in cyber security.
So, right now you are seeing the new facility, which is a software. So you can see here, like this is designed in a particular way that it reflects the actual security operations center. So all the stations and also large screen which can show like different threats, different attacks. So it's still under innovation because this is the time that we have in the university to have that flexibility. But we envisage to have like a different simulated cyber attacks, and so there can be a group who are sort of launching these attacks. There'll be another group who will sort of be defending different systems. There'll be another group who will sort of be monitoring these things. And the idea is the staff members can pick some of these screens and then shift them to the larger screens that you can see. So we can have some sort of interactive lessons, interactive labs, and hope it's going to be really interesting. And on your left-hand side, you can see that there will be 3 cybersecurity labs. So we have specific ones for attackers, specific ones for defenders, and we have really cool cybersecurity gadgets like hacking tools and stuff. So that's going to be really interesting.
So you are Dr.
I'm Dr. 𝐁𝐞𝐞.
Oh, Dr. 𝐁𝐞𝐞.
I'm a senior lecturer in computer science, focusing on cybersecurity. I'm also researching on 5G, 6G technologies, AI security and stuff, and I've published a couple of books in that area also.
Wow. Nice to meet you.
Same. And you are?
My name is Walid.
All right. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Is there any questions about cybersecurity from the chat at the moment?
There are plenty of questions. We'll do the Q&A later. Oh, you mean when he's here? Yeah, any questions on cybersecurity, guys? You can ask the professor here. Is watching. No, not at the moment. I think we should carry on.
We're okay.
Carry on. Yeah.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work. So this is going to be live from September. So as I said, this is one of the 15 builds that we have going on at the moment. And it's nearly £1 million project just to build this for the cybersecurity. So really exciting project. We run bachelor's and we do masters in cybersecurity. And we're also working with an external company called Switchshop, which is again as part of the career-powered education that we offer here at Bedfordshire. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Dev. Currently, we have 500 viewers watching live. I think it will be more thousands.
So basically, there are generic questions which we will address at the end. Yeah.
So let's take it to the second floor. Now, whilst we're studying at the university, we believe in real life education. So we have invested over £3 million in our simulation suites. There is no such thing as making a mistake. It's about practice, putting it into real life, practice again, put it back into real life. So we're going to take you now to the hospital. In the hospital, we'll see how our nursing students are using simulation in the real life.
Did you take the mic from him? Okay.
So this university is not like those old conventional university. The campus is really modern. I can see it's a green and very bright campus.
Yeah, I mean the green side that you just touched on, we're actually #1 in the UK in people that count as a green university. As a university, every area is dedicated to its subject area. So we're now coming into the science and the healthcare area.
Life science.
So here is life sciences, health, and this is where all of our nursing students start doing their work. So welcome to the University of Bedfordshire Hospital.
So this is University of Bedfordshire Hospital.
So in here, we use computing and AI to simulate a real hospital environment. So all of these mannequins are linked to the computers that we have. This is the same type of hospital layout that you will find anywhere in the UK. So you have different wards, different beds, different setups. They can be using filtration systems, using drips. And we can encourage each one of these mannequins to have a situation. So it could be this one has breathing difficulties. It could be that we create a heart attack, for example. We do male and female. We do different ethnicities. I can never say that. We have some coming in with sports injuries. So this guy's in a tracksuit. So again, simple things like how would you deal with somebody who's got a tracksuit top on with a zip, for example. So we make the situation as real as we possibly can. Whilst we're doing that, you'll see above, there are cameras. So the students are videoed whilst they're working, and then they're given feedback not only from within the room, but they can actually see themselves in a recording. as I say, there's no such thing as a mistake, but we learn from what we do wrong and then we make it better. And that's what everything is about here. We work very closely with the NHS, which is why it's so authentic, even down to the moving of people. We would practice taking this person from here through to our operating theatre, which I'm going to take you to next. But it's even around how would we deal with this patient. This is one of our robots, and we would set up a scenario where he could be stressed, he could be anxious, that type of thing as well. Again, that real life scenario.
So, anyone who study nursing and any healthcare studies or anything related to life science, so they will have this type of facilities.
They will spend time in here. Even our child nurses, you can see we have some of our little baby Annies here.
Okay.
And I'm going to take you through to there next where you can see all of that. All of our packs, everything is as it would be in the medical world. Every student has their own locker. Now again, when you're studying nursing, for example, you will come onto campus in your normal everyday clothes. You have your locker, like you would as a staff member in hospital, and you change into your uniform. Real life experiences, the real world. If you go to work, you would do exactly the same in the hospital. You would go in with your day civilian clothes, you would change into your uniform. So when campus is busy, you'll see lots of nurses, lots of people in operating theatre gowns moving around the university. So we've now moved into a new sector. This is our simulation area. So in here we have everything from operating theatres to NHS triage wards. We even have our own police station and our own social areas. We set about practical learning. We have a debrief suite where students will sit there, talk to other students. They can watch themselves on videos as well. We'll take you into the ward and then take you into the operating theatre.
Lecture going on.
So this is our hospital ward. So this would be exactly the same as a accident emergency, for example. So again, in here, we're teaching students how to do handovers. So our paramedic team, so we have paramedics based at Bedford. They would come in with the ambulances, bring a student onto campus, bring a mannequin, it could be a real life person, onto campus. We bring them in to the hospital triage area. So this is like going into accident emergency. And then we do a handover. And that handover is really important. So we use handover systems where we look at what they're doing. And then we have situations like this. And we even go down to the small baby units as well. So again, as part of child nursing, we would have the incubator. And the incubator is there for our child nurses. We even teach, you won't have seen one of these before, so these are oral systems to help people with breathing, so we will teach people how to put these into a mouth. We can set up the simulators, so we can create a breathing scenario, we can create a situation where we need to tube, which is where we would use these type of things as well. So this is a standard triage area. We're taking now through to the hospital ward.
It's massive infrastructure, I can see.
So again, this is pre and post operation areas. Again, using all the latest state-of-the-art machinery. We would bring someone out of an operating theatre or into an operating theatre from here. They would then go into that area and then we would transfer them through to the main hospital ward as well. operating theatre. Exactly the same as any operating theatre that you would see in the UK. We do operational therapy, operational department, nursing. Again, we make it real life. So here we have a young person behind the screen, as it would be in a main operating. And again, we can make scenarios where something happens untowards and they have to react to that. We even go down to, if you look here, we have an organ and they can work on the organs accordingly as well. So it's as close to real life as you would ever get. Fantastic.
All machineries basically is exactly...
All the machinery is exactly the same as you'll get in any hospital, any NHS system in the UK.
Wow.
And even down to the areas where we have grab bags, we have transfer bags, all of that type of equipment as well. This is the level of kit that we go to. So here, this is a simulation of an arm. Here are various types of needle. And we teach people how to inject, but also how to take blood. And if you feel that there, that is
exactly like a skin.
It's like a skin.
Yeah.
So each student will sit there and they would practice and they can actually see how far into the system they have to go. So again, everything we do is closely linked to the real world.
It's like exactly you given them a replica of the whole hospital.
Yes.
And everything people will do in real life.
Exactly.
It is amazing.
Exactly that. And again, it's because real life is very different to what you would learn in theory.
NHS.
So this is the NHS side, then we have our policing side, we have police custody suite. So again, for our policing students, we teach them everything from using shields.
Oh my God.
And again, there is an art to using a shield. It's not just stand there like you would on telly playing knights. There is actually an art to this. This is set up like a police custody suite. So they come into police custody. And again, it's that practice on handover. We have our own police cell. And this is a standard police cell, even down to the toilet. Standard police cell, and it's how you move somebody from custody into here. We will use actors. Actors will be asked to have a mental health incident, or be aggressive, or be drunk, or even down to being drug related. So we will create the scenario, and then we will play out the scenario. And again, we use all the cameras to video how the student would react to that person. So you could have an old person, a young person, someone who's drunk, someone who's having an issue, and then how you use the different bits of equipment to take them through the system. And then we even have the interview suite.
The interrogation cell. You can say.
Wow.
And again, set up like an interview room. And then this is where we do what we call cross-faculty. So we could have our law students, for example, coming in to act with a defendant, for example. So the police practice their interview skills, the law students are practice their skills, real life scenario again.
So this policing course is under social science?
Yes, so it's all linked into the social sciences.
And international students, they're allowed to study social science?
They can. International students can do social sciences, international students can do policing as well. Obviously, the limitation for an international student doing policing is employment.
Yeah. But they can study the course,
Yeah.
and then if they get the opportunity, then that's different.
Now, it's also about setting up different simulations. So this is our immersive suite.
That is beautiful.
So this room, we have something in the region of 300 or 400 different scenarios. At the moment, this is set up as a house. So we have the TV, the window, and then we will create a scenario. So we've been sent to a team here where there is a 1-year-old male possibly choking. So we would put the person on the floor, and then the students will come into the room, and that's it. You've now changed. So you're now working your way through what would happen. So the person's laying on the floor. Pre-arrival discussion is a cardiac arrest. The airway, medications, defib. Now these walls are all linked to the situations. And then you can set up your defibrillator and everything. And it's all an interactive room. Chat TV to start with. There's the child, and then you can administer CPR, and it will take you through a real life scenario. Okay? So this is a room at the moment, but we could also set it up where you could be on a train, you could be on a plane. We could even go down to a street or a hospital ward. As I say, there's over 400. And then using various different sensors, we can add smell, we can add noise, and everything from there. Again, this is about putting people under pressure in a safe environment.
I still can remember last time during the conference, we visited this room, and they showed like someone need an emergency CPR. So they have simulated the whole environment of the market. People are talking. The whole scenario. It's a live example. It was there.
Yeah, exactly that. Because that's real life. I'm trained as a first aider, first responder. Real life is very different to a classroom. So putting people in an environment like this, where it's noisy, where you might have a parent screaming, that type of thing, is all designed about putting people under pressure in a safe environment where they can learn. And again, various cameras, so they would actually record the person as well. Various departments, so this is all related again to nursing but also to social work. And we have 3 different types of room. This one is around old people and manual handling. So here we would have a bed, we would put somebody in the bed, and it's about using all the latest equipment, different types of strapping, which would all be connected. And it's about how we lift, how we move people around. And as you'll see here, we have lots of different types of equipment that we would use to make different scenarios. So it could be that we're moving someone into a chair, we're moving somebody onto a trolley, we're using different types of equipment. And this is all the standard types of equipment that you would see in a care home, in a hospital, in the community. And a lot of the work we do here as well, we do a lot of CPD training for industry as well. So the NHS, for example, would come in and use this equipment as well to practice for their teams. So again, career-powered education, the links to industry are through everything that we do. So this is all taking place on the campus.
I must say that this is a very colorful building. Everywhere you go, you see greens, orange, red, yellow. It's very colorful.
It should be a nice environment to work in, which is what we've worked on. It's very clean, but it's very vibrant, it's very welcoming. But also at the same time, as you'll see on the wall there, we have links to history. So this is named after Annie Brewster, who was one of the first Afro-Caribbean nurses to work in Britain back in the early 19th century. There she is there. So we value our links to history as well. So we'll take up one more floor and show you more of the in-depth science areas now. And then we can do a Q&A at the end.
One more floor.
Yep.
So where are we heading to now?
So we're heading now into the labs. So this is microbiology, microtechnology, biotech, those type of areas. So these are all of our labs. And as you can see, they work on both sides. And it's just very much just to show you the level of the type of lab that we use here at Bedfordshire. So again, everything is practical learning, everything is about using state-of-the-art equipment, and this is where all of the life sciences, so microbiology, biotechnology, public health, all of these type of subjects that we talk here. And again, just to show you here as we finish off, analytical chemistry. Again, all of the equipment that they use there. We have our own freezers where we would freeze your lab samples, and then we do tissue culture as well. And these are all the tissue culture labs and all the equipment.
Fantastic.
So that gives you a tour of probably all the courses that would be of interest. So we've covered business, we've covered computing, we've covered health, we've covered the life sciences. So we've got a nice quiet area here so we can just sit down and then we can answer any questions.
Sit down here.
Yes? We can just sit in front of the life sciences sign, or we can just do a general Q&A.
Yeah, let's do it. So I'm gonna check the questions.
So now this is the question and answer session. So any student, they are interested about the University of Bedfordshire, about the faculties, life science, nursing courses, computer science, cyber securities, business courses. They can ask any kind of relevant questions.
I can see in the course professional policing. What is the academic and language requirements for South Asia region?
So, yes, they can. As I said, they can study the course, but there's no link to work in the UK. Okay, so there's no link to working in the police force in the UK, but they can study the course. Entry requirements are exactly the same as all of our other courses, including the English, which is B2 level. Nursing, just to give you that in context, nursing is with registration in the UK. Policing is not with any policing opportunity at the end of it in the UK, because the UK police force doesn't work like that, but you can certainly do the course. But you'll be linking that into working more at home in your own sector
Talking generically, if we can talk about the entry requirements, because most of the students from India and Nigeria, they inquire because they love the facilities, they love the university, they've heard it from their friends or they've done the research, but they want to apply for a course which might not be offered in that particular intake that they intend to come. So if you can tell about the intakes University of Bedfordshire offers,
Yeah.
and the block and non-block concept.
Okay. So at the University of Bedfordshire, we run UG non-block courses, and our UG courses, as undergrad courses, will run in September, and some courses will run in January. We also then run a postgraduate program, non-block, which is generally our arts, science and sports courses. And they will run in September, with some courses running in January. And then we are the only university at the moment in the UK doing PG block, where the PG block runs for 6 intakes. And that's in most of our business and our computing courses. And the block delivery is based on 6 blocks: September, November, January, March, June, July. So that gives you an idea on those, and you can find out what's block on the website. The beauty of the block delivery process for computing and business is in that one block you will learn just that one part of the unit, and then you'll do your exam at the end of that, ready to take you on to the next block. Whichever block you join, you start from there and then you complete the cycle all the way around. So that gives us flexibility. There are options in non-block to do September with some courses in January, as we said, and again it depends the course, and you can see that on the website or working with the team at BWBS. Undergraduates, September, some courses in January. Now, for entry requirements, some of our business courses we start for a master's as low as a 3rd class. So a 3rd class or 45% GPA. You can join a master's in some of our business courses on block delivery. Others, we run scholarships from £1,000 to any postgraduate block student or non-block. We also run some merit scholarships. So we do a merit scholarship with a GPA of 75%. That's £3,000. And we also do a course-specific GPA 75% merit scholarship of £5,000. And that's course-specific, and that's in postgraduates. Undergraduates, we have merit scholarships this year of £3,000, and then we have the course-specific scholarship, £6,000, and they're per year scholarships. So we have some of the best scholarships in the sector at the moment.
Right, so Tiana Miles, tuition fee for nursing and deposit and payment plan for international students.
So tuition fees are all on our website, so it depends whether you're going for undergrad or postgraduate, obviously. We do have a £3,500 deposit to go to interview, and then it's a 65% deposit for CAS. Right.
Lots of questions. For cybersecurity courses, what proportion of the course is hands-on labs and practical work versus theory?
We are a practical learning university, so it's pretty much all practical learning.
Okay, so
there will be an element of theory because we will tell you how something works, but then you go do.
So shall I say 95.5?
Probably, yeah. So I would say, to be safe, 80% is practical learning. And as when the doctor was talking about cybersecurity, you will learn the 3 sides of cybersecurity. So you'll be taught to attack, you'll be taught to defend, and then you'll also be taught to monitor. That's that practical learning. That's what career-powered education is all about. It's not just about theory. There will be an element of theory because we want to give you the basics, but then we put it into a practical situation.
Right. What is the application deadline?
Again, application deadlines vary depending on when you're looking to join us. Information is on the website, but again, we would encourage you to make your applications through BWBS, and the team there will guide you as to which intake is the best available for you.
Great. How many days students have to visit the university in a week? This is from Tanu Madan from India.
Again, depends on the course. If you're doing an undergrad, it could be 3 to 4 days. If you're doing a postgrad, it could be 2 to 3 days. But it very much depends on the course. If you're then doing nursing, for example, you'll be going out on placement as well. So it's very much related to the course. There is also an element of time where you'll be given to do your research. There's an element of time that you can spend in the library, but there's also time factored into it for having fun. And obviously we know people may want to do some part-time work as well. Your university study, and this is a piece of personal advice from me, focus on 2 things. Focus on working hard. The working hard is in the classroom, but also doing your research. Then I would focus on having fun. Because if you have fun, you're interacting with new people. You're making friends from around the world. And don't forget, your university life doesn't finish after your 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year degree. You're making friends for life. You're going to be working with people in the future from the same university. But also, an employer is looking for a student who's had that real life experience. So it's not just about the degree you got, it's being part of the student union, for example. It's about the time you spent in the simulation suites. Then it's about maybe having done some part-time work. Part-time work shouldn't be about money. It should be about building the experience, about building your confidence. You're going to be coming to the UK. It's about building confidence in your English language, for example. But it's also then about putting your study into reality. So it's all about a blend of everything.
Great, thank you. Shireen Hussain, do you have any MRES program?
Yeah, we do run MRES. As we said downstairs at the start, we have a research school. 60% of the research we do here at Bedfordshire is world leading, but we're not a research university, if that makes sense. So we have 10 schools of research, but we do MRES, we do PhDs, and we do DBAs as well, Doctors of Business Administration. But yes, we do have MRES. If you go to our website, all the information is on the website, but again, work with the team at BWBS.
Great.
So to study MRES course, they must need a research proposal, a very distinct research proposal.
If you can talk about that as well, because a lot of students, nowadays there are different universities offering different types of MRES courses. If you can make very clear that what is required to get into the Bedfordshire MRES.
So the MRES we do at Bedfordshire is very much linked to the research. So you have to have a 2,000 word proposal. It has to be written. If you go to our website, we do help you with guidance on your MRES, but we do need to have a proposal. Some people may ask in the chat again about dependents. We follow the UKVI guidance on dependents. Okay, but the most important part, if you're looking at an MRES, is making sure you have a strong proposal. Links are on the website.
Right. Is 𝐷𝐶AC accepted as English language qualification from Kenya?
Yes.
Yeah. So what is required is a C. 𝐷𝐶AC English.
Yes, C6. Basically, for English anywhere in the world, the requirements are to a B2 standard.
Right. Is third class degree accepted? If yes, for which courses?
So there's 4 business courses. that we would accept a third class. So you'd be looking at management, project management, international business, for example.
Okay. Same questions from another person. Research proposal required for Masters by Research. Yes, 2,000 words.
That's it.
Is there any study gap for the MSc Adult Nursing courses?
No study gap for any courses, but there is a reality check. If it's nursing, which is what you were just talking about, your previous degree will have to have been in a life, health or social science background. And you need to have done at least 600 hours worth of work experience working in the sector. Again, on our website, there is information about all courses. There is no gap in study on any course, but there is a reality. And the reality is, what have you been doing in that gap? If you've been doing work experience in your personal statement, you should be telling us what the gap has been doing. So, again, work with a team at BWBS. They will guide and support you. But your gap in study, you should have been doing something either related to working or related to study or related to volunteering, for example. We will question you. We will ask, because we do need to know.
Okay. Are there placements available for master's programs?
So we do run a placement program here at the University of Bedfordshire, where all the information is on the website. Some courses are linked to a placement year. Other courses will have an exposure to industry where you'll get a project, for example, from a real life company that comes in. So it varies, and this is all around career-powered education. But an actual placement on a course, there are placement years, but there are also placement programs.
Okay. Glory Swana, is the open board acceptable for UG and PG from India? I think they have an open university. I'm not sure what the question is about.
I think, again, not sure what the question is. If you go to our website, you'll see the entry requirements, or talk to the team at BWBS and they'll guide you.
Yeah. So we can guide you through. There are some common boards that are accepted, like Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Karnataka, these boards, but there are many other boards which are accepted. So we've got the list. So if you inquire with us, we can tell you if your English subject marks is acceptable for entry onto a UG or PG course at University of Bedfordshire.
Related to the Masters by Research course, the same person asked two questions. One is about the initial deposit and the scholarship availability.
All of our scholarships, and again, this will be a generic answer, all of our scholarships are on the website. There's no specific scholarship for PhD or for MRes at the moment, and the deposits are exactly the same. 3,500 for interview, 65% deposit.
Yeah, so in order to do the interview, you need to pay 3,500, and when you get to the CAS stage and you would like to request a CAS, that's when you have to pay 65% deposit, including the 3,500 you already paid. Next question, is MOI acceptable or not?
No, we don't accept MOIs from anywhere in the world.
Right. PhD research, same thing. For the DBA program, what are the entry requirements?
So DBA is very much linked to industry professionals. The requirements are all on the website. Again, they required per country. But again, I would go to the website and check out your entry requirements wherever you are in the world. If you go to the DBA page, that will give you all the additional information. DBA is partially online in country, and then you would only come to the UK on a visitor visa, for example, to do a small piece of work.
Okay. A question about education-related program. So, teachers training program. What sort of programs does Bedfordshire offer?
So we run the standard MA educations. We do bachelors as well. There is PGCEs here at Bedfordshire as well. based on our Bedford campus. The PGCE part is not run by the university. That is an application that you do online with the government direct. But yeah, we have various projects here at Bedfordshire.
Okay. What sort of student welfare and well-being facilities are available at the university?
So all students have access to students' information desk, top desk system. We have disability welfare, mental health welfare. We've just been awarded the mental health charter for our student support as well. I'm also a mental health first aider here at the university as well. But we also look at things like general student welfare. We have lots of different drop-in sessions that are available for students. We also, through our student support services, have drop-in sessions where students can come with various different problems. So a wide range of opportunities to get help. The main thing I would again say to all students, don't be afraid to ask for help. And that shouldn't be just for Bedfordshire, it should be for anywhere you go to study. Universities are here to help you if you need help. The one thing university can't do is guess. So don't be afraid to ask for help.
We initially planned for an hour-long session, and we've already gone over that, but the questions keep coming. So I'm going to address 5 more questions, and after that we'll have to end. But I can see more than 5 questions, so I'm going sequentially. Next one is there any internal English test?
So we have options on English tests. As a university, we accept a wide range of English tests, including Duolingo. But we also have pre-sessional English, and we also do the Bedfordshire password test as well. So there are many ways of meeting the English entry requirements here at Bedfordshire.
Okay.
So you accept some cases Duolingo as well?
Yep, so we accept Duolingo, IELTS, TOEFL, Pearson's, Cambridge, but then we also have our password test. We also then do our pre-sessional English courses as well.
Fantastic.
Again, if you go to the website, go to entry requirements, there is a long list there. Any Nigerian students on the call, we accept 𝐰𝐢𝐿 and 𝐁𝐿 as well. So lots of different options covering everywhere in the world.
So for the pre-sessional courses, let's say a student from Nigeria is narrowly missing the requirement. They need to do a 𝐷𝐿𝐴 IELTS to get into the pre-sessional course, or they can do it based on their 𝐷𝐿𝐴 English?
You wouldn't generally have a Nigerian needing to do pre-sessional. I've been looking after Nigeria since 2017, and 𝐷𝐿𝐴 C6, pretty much all Nigerians have been able to meet that, so it's never been a problem. If you look at regions like Bangladesh, Pakistan, for example, which is where more of our students would come from for pre-sessional English. But yes, you can do an IELTS, and if you give us the IELTS results, we can look at that for pre-sessional English. But again, as I say, we accept in India 12 different boards for a waiver, but we also accept Pearson's, Duolingo, TOEFL. Really talk to the team at BWBS and they will guide you on that.
Bashir, that's one question one student asked. Some students apply for nursing course and in university offer them project management. Can you see that one?
You're going sequentially, actually.
Because there are many common questions, so you don't need to ask them again. Something unique.
Yeah, we need to skip. If the students doing BSc Mathematics, will they pursue MA? So it's like if the degree is not relevant, do you have conversion courses?
We do have some conversion courses, others we don't, so it really depends. So they're doing mathematics and they want to go on to, is that teaching?
Mathematics, yeah, MA education.
So that shouldn't be a problem, that should be okay going on to an MA education. We would want to know the reason why. Nursing is really one of those subjects where you need to have a bachelor's in a related field, as we've said before. I always joke that we don't want car mechanics trying to become nurses. And I have had an incident of that in the past where a car mechanic was trying to become a nurse. So that does come from a genuine situation. If you've got a business student who wants to learn something related to computing as a master's, we've then got the applied computing program. Really, it's about identifying what you want to do, and then we and BWBS would guide you and support you the best we can into what options are available for you. If you're looking for a generic course as such in business, for example, you would look at management, project management, those type of courses, international business to a certain degree. It really comes down to your reason to want to study. Okay, you're investing a lot of money, and this again is my advice as Lee Allen, not necessarily as the University of Bedfordshire, but this is something I always live by. There's 140 universities in the UK, but that's not important because there is also 5 English-speaking countries that students have always gone to. There's actually another 5 that are becoming more popular. So when you consider how many universities there are, then how many courses there are, there should be a course for everybody. But that is, again, not important. What's important is you. What do you want to do? What do you want to get out of this? What's your plans for the future? What's your dreams? When you know that, so when you know what's in your head, and then you know what's in your heart, go to the team at BWBS and share that information with them. Tell them what you want to do. Tell them what your dreams are. And then tell them any limitations you have, whether that be previous degrees, English, even down to finances. And then the team there will help you, because the team there work very closely with me, for example, here at Bedfordshire. And then we can give you the best advice. And that best advice is in the form of an offer. It's a conditional offer that you would have to give us some information, but there is the offer from the University of Bedfordshire. But the key thing about going to university, you want to succeed. Because when you succeed at university, that opens up the world of work. And ultimately, the world of work is where you want to be. It makes mum and dad really proud that you've got your degree, but it also opens up all of those opportunities that you have into the world of employment and becoming the best you can be. And that's why at the University of Bedfordshire we've developed career-powered education to support you on that journey.
Right. There's a specific query. Please, sir, I want him to address the reason why students are offered project management when nursing was applied for, since it's a pre-registration.
So, not knowing your situation personally, it would be one of 2 reasons. It would either be that you tried to apply for a master's, which is along the lines of what I've just said, and your previous degree didn't match. It could also be that there's just simply been a mistake. So what I would advise you to do is contact the team at BWBS, give them your student ID number, they will contact me, and then we will have a look at that for you.
Yeah, as a suggestion, if you contact us, we can get to the bottom of the issue. It might be a mistake, because if somebody is applying for nursing, there's no reason why they would be given an offer of project management. Or it could be a suggestion. Sometimes if the students do not meet the entry criteria for one subject, admissions suggest another subject. Maybe it's that one, but really applying for MSc and getting an offer for project management is not the norm. So we can get to the bottom of it if you contact our head office, and we can have a look into the issue.
Yeah, we will definitely have a look at that for you, though, because it does seem strange.
Yeah. Right. There was what kind of career service and job placement support does the university offer?
So, as we said at the start of the session, we have our own careers and employability team. Now, from there, we do everything from drop-in sessions on CVs, we do sessions on interview skills, we use a system called Handshake, where we can help you find part-time work, but also full-time work, graduate route type of things as well. We run 4 careers fairs every year, we have volunteer services as well, so there's a wide variety. Again, all of this is linked to career-powered education, but yeah, we have a really strong team here at the university.
Okay, we'll have to stop here, unfortunately. If you have questions, like I said before, feel free to reach out to BWBS Education Consultants. We have a global team. We have offices around the world in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nigeria, and in the UK. So we are always reachable, and our contact details can be found in this Facebook page, or you can also visit our website at bwbsedu.com. and get the contact details of your nearest branch, and our colleagues are happy to serve you. So we're going to end here. Thank you very much for watching this live broadcast. We hope that this has been useful to you, and for any further queries, feel free to get in touch with us. Lee, concluding remark from you, and we'll finish.
So yeah, thank you everybody for coming online today. Thank you for allowing me to show you around our amazing campus here at Luton. Good luck for the future, wherever you decide to go. Obviously, we would love to see you here at the University of Bedfordshire. If you are interested in joining us, please work closely with the team at BWBS, long-time friends and partners of the university. And we look forward to welcoming some of you here to the University of Bedfordshire, not only this September, but we have postgraduate in November, undergraduate in January, and then we have block delivery all the way through next year. So thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for allowing me to present today, and we look forward to talking to you again in the future.
Thank you, Lee. Thanks.
Thank you, guys.